Hi, welcome to Quilt North, block of the month for 2025 and 2026, Nordic Echo. This is our month 8 tutorial. This will be our second to last block. So we'll do this one more, and then you'll get the finishing kit to put all the blocks into your full quilt. In your kit, you'll have gotten 4 large teal triangles, 4 small teal triangles, 4 small white triangles, 8 small gray triangles, and 8 small navy triangles. Next thing we're going to do, I'll show you a picture. We're going to set up some half square triangle units. This is something we've done quite a few times in the past. You're going to do 4 of the white and navy and 4 of the teal and navy. That's using those small triangles. As you can see here, I'm just going to start by chain piecing them. I think that's the fastest way. Line up those engineered corners, sew across at your 1/4 inch that you've been using, and it's pretty simple. Next, you're just going to press those open. I pressed all of mine to the darker fabric just to keep those seam allowances from showing through and keep everything nice and uniform. The next unit we're going to make are some flying geese. We're going to start by taking the large tail triangles and sewing one of the small gray triangles on, I said the right side, but either side is fine. You just need to pick one and only sew one at a time. The best thing to do is, again, line up those engineered corners and the bottom, along the bottom edge of the triangle to really get everything aligned. And then I pressed all my flying geese away from the teal triangle and towards the small gray triangle. That just keeps everything uniform. And then we're just going to sew on the other side of the flying geese unit, so another small gray triangle onto the large teal triangle. I think it's best, again, to line it up with that bottom teal corner. I think it gives the best results. Just so you know, I did miss the footage of me pressing this second side of the flying geese open, but just do it in the same way you did the first. Our next unit is we're going to take the 4 white and navy half square triangles and make a pinwheel. The first step for that, I set them up as you see in the diagram or in this video, and just sew the first top and bottom row. That way you're just making your 4 patch, and then we're going to press them all kind of going in the same direction. I ended up pressing towards the white so that the seams in the center will nest together again when you do that last seam across to make that 4 patch. In this instance, I do like to use a pin because I think it kind of helps keep everything together in the right spot, but the seams should nest, which should also help keep things aligned. And then when I pressed, I did pick out those 3 stitches like we've done so many months when we have a 4 patch with a lot of seams in the middle, and swirl those seams in a circle. But if you want to press open, that's another great way to keep that bulk down when you have all 8 of those pieces coming together. And now it really is just a 9 patch again. We're going to take the flying geese and take the largest side of those teal triangles and face them in towards the not the pineapple block, my goodness, the pinwheel block, and then take the blue and navy and teal half square triangles and set them so that the navy is pointed toward the outmost corners on each edge. These are nice because you can just sew one side on, turn them around, and sew the other because the seams are far enough away that they don't interfere with each other. So I sewed each of my 3 rows. I sewed all 3 parts together. And then there are pressing directions in the instructions. I took the top and bottom rows, and it looks a little awkward here, but I pressed those towards the flying geese. And that's so when we put all 3 rows together, they're going to nest up. It can be a little awkward to do it, but I think it's worth it to keep your seams a little more aligned. And also when you can push those teal ones away from the pinwheel, you get less bulk. So this last seam we need to do are sewing the 3 layers of this 9 patch together, the 3 rows. So just sew the thinner flying geese half square triangle units onto the 2 sides of the half square triangle pinwheel unit, and then I pressed towards the thinner top and bottom, away from, again, that pinwheel, because the bulk of the pinwheel, it's a little easier to press away from that bulk. This is a pretty simple block. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We're coming to the end. I hope everyone's enjoyed this process so far. Again, if you need me, you can feel free to text or email. All my contact information is on your sheet. Thank you so much. Happy sewing.